According to the National Sexual Violence Resource Center, 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 20 boys are victims of child sexual abuse. 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 20 boys. And if a young lady or a child is abused once, it is more common and more likely for them to be abused again by someone else. And that speaks volumes, because if you are dealing with depression or drug abuse or alcohol abuse after going through something like this, it lowers your boundaries, it lowers your defenses. So you are more likely to let it happen again, or have it happen again, not let it happen again. These things are so important for us to talk about right now. Like, having control over what happens to my body is important to me. That is important. Anyway, back to the statistics. It is estimated that 90% of child sexual abuse victims know their perpetrator, often a family member, close friend, or trusted adult. Many cases go unreported, contributing to the cycle. Because they are afraid to talk, the person can do the next person and the next person and the next person. The majority of sexual abuse victims are between the ages of 12 and 17. But abuse can occur at any age. I'm going to jump in that one real quick, because a lot of times you will hear, and this happened with me, the fact that you feel that a 12-year-old has the sense to purposely go after a sexual relationship with an adult male, and there's not a problem there. Because let's say the child is abused, right? And they've been perpetually abused. So at this point, they feel like that abuse is attention. So I want this attention. And that could possibly be the case. But that's a problem, because she needs help. Not to be ridiculed because you feel like she's going after adult males or being too sexual or doing this or doing that. That's when kids need help. Help. Anyway, next statistic. Survivors of child sexual abuse can experience long-term psychological effects, including depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. I said it earlier, like, there are ramifications for everything, and this is no different. And unfortunately, when you have been through this, it can, the last thing you want to do is break a child before they've even had a chance to even live, right? And so this conversation, I know, is going to be a problem. I know it's gonna ruffle some feathers, because people, you're not supposed to talk about your business out in the street. You're not supposed to bring, dirty laundry. You're not supposed to air your dirty laundry. All these different things that you're not supposed to do, which allows the perpetrators to keep doing it because they are not exposed. Then you have hurt people that hurt people. You are perpetrated against, and then you turn around and become the perpetrator. Like, come on now. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, children who disclose abuse to an adult are more likely to have their experiences validated and to receive the help they need. That's an interesting statistic, and I'm glad to read that. That's good to know that more of the cases that are reported, the kids are helped, as opposed to they're not believed or whatever the case is. And if there is a reason why you feel like a child should not be believed, then there should be some therapy. There should be something going on to figure out why those behaviors are going on to make you feel like they are acting this way purposefully. But even so, even if a 12-year-old child comes onto you and says, whatever they say to try to get you to get involved with them, as an adult, I would think an adult would say, calm down, kid. Let's go talk to your parents. Or, you shouldn't be acting like this. What's going on? Anything other than, okay, let's go to the hotel. Let's go to the bed. Like, seriously? Or let's go around the house and do some inappropriate things, right? And unfortunately, like I said earlier, kids, the brains aren't formed completely until they're adults, until they're over 20, right? There are children that go through what we are talking about and they don't even realize it's abuse. They think that they are getting attention, or that this person loves them, or whatever, is being fed to them at that time. You got kids that are groomed from very young ages about how they're supposed to feel, what's right, what's wrong, all these different things. And some of those things are inappropriate. They are. Now, this statistic surprised me. Child sex abuse increases 70% when you add a step parent to the home. That is sad. That's a sad statistic. And it's interesting because somebody pointed out, and I didn't know this, that when a lion takes over a pride, so if a lion gets with a female lion who already has cubs, or whatever you call baby lions, what do you call baby lions? That the lion kills the kids, right? Like, they literally take them out so they don't have to deal with stepkids and they have their own kids. I'm so glad we don't do that as humans, because that's crazy. That's scary. Oof. I hope that this video really starts a conversation, because I don't want another generation of girls going through what we went through and not feeling like they can speak up. I hope it stops, but we know that's not going to happen. In the event that there are cases of assault that happen, we want these girls to know that they can come to their parents, to know that I can talk to my auntie, I can talk to my teacher, and they're going to help me, not leave me in this situation of abuse. And we need to have conversations with our kids and discuss this. I remember when my boys were growing up, I would constantly ask them, has anyone ever tried to touch your private parts? Has anyone ever asked you to touch theirs? Has anyone asked you to look at it? Anything dealing with your private parts? And I remember my oldest son would be like, ew, Mom, that's nasty. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's nasty, but if something happens, tell me. Don't let anybody threaten to hurt me, because ain't nobody gonna hurt me, period. If anything, you be trying to keep your mama out of jail. But let's scratch that. I feel like we need to have a conversation, and this needs to be an ongoing conversation. I would love to get some feedback, some responses in the chat. Let me know, and if you feel comfortable, if you don't, I understand. But if you feel comfortable sharing your situation, one of the people that I spoke of as I was doing this video today, she wanted me to share some recorded conversations. And I feel like it would be best for us to have those conversations live. My plan is, after this video posts and after the responses from this video, that maybe we can have a live conversation about this subject, about how to help our younger kids and the people behind us to avoid the situation, but if they find themselves in it, how to deal with this situation. I also want to reiterate the importance of giving a safe community for anyone that you know that has been through it. Make sure that you make your space a safe space for them to come talk and have someone that they can share with and someone that will help them. If you feel comfortable in the chat, please share your experiences. Your voice matters, and this conversation and sharing our experiences can help break the cycle of abuse. Remember, if you're a victim, it is not your fault. You are not the only one, and there are people that care about you. I know this is a heavy video, but make sure to like our video, and if you want to follow the conversation, subscribe to our channel. We would love to talk to you. Thanks.